Hi guys, good morning.
Welcome to the funness
of 211 Mental Health Talk. It is Stacy Robinson and the great James Smith. Thank you for being here today.
Glad to be here.
I'm really excited about this topic. Please jump on because this is going to be exciting stuff that we are going to talk about. So, what is November? What's going on in November? A couple things.
Yeah, what? Thanksgiving. Woo!
Which is super exciting, and I just love Thanksgiving. It might be on the top of my favorite holidays.
Yes, I definitely enjoy Thanksgiving as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's giving thanks, and it's just family, which is huge, and community, and it's just an amazing time. If you're listening, pop on the comments below. Tell us your favorite holiday and what it is and why. I would love to hear. Also in November, it's National Diabetes Awareness
absolutely.
Month. So we've been posting some cool jazz about that information about health and wellness and
absolutely. It's important to make sure that you take care of yourself. That's all part of well-being. You know, self-care is a big part of it. So take care of yourself.
Absolutely. And it's also Movember.
Movember, yes.
What is Movember?
Movember, you can see my beard growing.
You guys see that?
Yeah.
Can you
get
get
really
closer?
close.
It's starting to grow back. Yeah.
So it's like a no shave month, from what I
Exactly.
understand.
Yes.
I will not be participating
Yes.
in that. So,
And I haven't been shaving either.
okay.
Yes.
So why though? What is Movember? Can you tell us?
So Movember is for pancreatic.
Prostate cancer.
Thank you, prostate
awareness.
cancer
Yeah.
awareness. So men, make sure you get your prostates checked. I know it's apparently not fun, but it's important.
It is, absolutely.
Anytime you're not feeling well, go see the doctor. It could save your life.
I love all the men in my life, so I would be devastated. So yes, all you guys out there, please. It's the month of the man, so go get it checked out and don't shave. So you show your support. Pretty cool stuff.
Yes.
So today, again, I'm so excited. Have I
can
mentioned
tell.
that?
Have you? I don't think you have yet.
Positive mental health is so cool and so important. A lot of the times we're talking about after the fact, maybe, on how to do something. So this is more preventative.
Exactly.
And James here is going to share with us some things to talk about a sense of purpose. So what is your sense of purpose? If you're listening, please comment below. What gives you purpose in life? It's family, a friend, community, giving, any of that stuff can fall into this category. So with Thanksgiving and the month of giving, as I like to call it, let's talk about some things that sense of purpose. What in somebody's life may they be like, oh, I just don't feel like I have a sense of purpose. Like I don't have work or, somebody I'm caring for. What is something that you could maybe touch on to talk about that? Like giving them a sense of purpose in life. What would something like that look like?
Absolutely. And part of that, also in going back to all of our other talks, everybody is different. So what gives me a sense of purpose may not necessarily give you a sense of purpose, and that's perfectly fine. But some of the things that we've definitely been able to see is that when people volunteer, when they give back to the community in some way, it definitely helps out to give them that sense of purpose, whether it's working at the food bank, working at the Kearney Center, working as a crossing guard for the schools. All of these things give these people a sense of purpose because, sometimes when you give of yourself, it allows people to know that, hey, other people are caring for me as well. So
I love that.
Yeah.
So giving of yourself to create that sense of purpose. Now some people are like, well, I just don't know that I really have anything to give because a lot of people, when we talk about this, think like monetary stuff. Can we touch on that, how it doesn't necessarily have to be that avenue, how it could be something else?
Absolutely. So we all recognize that, we're not all one percenters, so we don't all make $1 million every time we, throw a pitch, like all of the people in the World Series did last week. Money isn't always available to be given. So it's important to be able to find other ways to give. So you can give of your time, like we mentioned earlier, by going to a soup kitchen or helping out with a Thanksgiving meal. I know that the Veterans Center up by Lake Ella does a Thanksgiving meal every year.
there are like small acts of kindness that you could do today.
Right.
Let's touch on those.
Absolutely.
Somebody's like, man, I am just watching this and I want to give right now.
Absolutely.
So something small that you can give right now.
Just say thank you to somebody. Like, for example, my brother is going to be donating his bone marrow for me so that I can continue being awesome. So thanks, John, for doing that for me. That's actually happening next week. But today he's giving a lot of blood and meeting with a bunch of doctors. So thank you, John, for all of that awesomeness.
That's amazing.
Yes.
That's like that's more than a small.
That's a little bigger.
That's like life stuff.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
really awesome. Mad props to brother.
Heck yeah, he's
Yeah.
pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's
he's
so
my
cool.
hero.
I love it. So maybe like somebody could, if you're not going to be doing that anytime soon,
Yeah.
maybe holding the door open for somebody.
Yeah,
Like-
that's also big too.
Yeah, you're in the store and you just see, hey, that person's hands are full. Let me just like open the door.
Yeah, absolutely. It's helping the old lady cross the street, or thankfully it's not going to be raining today in Tallahassee. It looks like, but letting somebody sit under the umbrella with you. Just taking that time to call somebody that you haven't talked to in 10 years and let them know, hey, you made a difference in my life and I really appreciate you.
Or maybe you have a grandparent that's, older and not really going to work or anything like that. Just call them and say, hey, I got you on my mind. I'm thinking about you. How are you doing?
Absolutely.
I know that, like, when somebody genuinely asks you, how's your day going, James? And they listen.
They listen. Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, because most of the time the answer is, oh, it's okay.
Right, sure.
But nobody ever actually really tells you their story because most of the time it's just a passing comment. But when you actually give them that, 5-10 minutes to talk to, you really could make that person have a much better day.
Absolutely, you could give of your time in that way. That's huge. So those are small little things that people could do today. What's something that they could do possibly next week or a month's time or something like that?
Absolutely. You could ask a friend if they have anything that they need help with around the house. Maybe they're trying to do a do-it-yourself project, and you can, be there to help them out in some way.
That's great. I love that. My brother recently turned over his rental house and he needed it cleaned. So I was like, hey, I got a couple hours here, which is not common, and you just help them clean.
Absolutely.
And it's giving them something useful and helpful of their time. You're saving them, but then it kind of felt good to help somebody in that regard as well. Have you done anything like that recently?
I haven't, but
Personal?
I have a couple of friends who are mentors for Big Brothers and Big Sisters. So, being able to give back to the youth of the community or helping out at the senior center. There are so many different ways. This community has so many different ways that you can offer your assistance, your volunteer hours, and just really give back.
And I have heard that volunteering can potentially lower depression.
Absolutely. Again,
awesome.
having that sense of purpose, having that meaningfulness in your life can lead to happiness, can lead to lower depression if you have that. It's just a great opportunity to reinvent yourself and give yourself that positive self-image as well. Earlier you were talking about prevention. So a lot of times we go for assistance, we go for help, we look for mental health counseling when we're at our lowest. But you can also go and have positive self-image, positive self-talk, try and defeat those negative self-identifying behaviors, so that you don't have to do that. So I could be happy that I'm wearing green today. Hey, it's a great color. I love the color green, and just have that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I love that you touched on that. And we also have some tips for enhancing that positive mental health and sense of purpose that we hope you guys if it adds any value, let us know below. But we just have 5 tips we kind of want to shout out to you to wrap this up to enhance that positive mental health. James, what are some of those tips that we have for them?
So I kind of mentioned this earlier, but build your relationships with people that you know, especially people who you haven't talked to in several years, or that family member that you might have had an argument with the day before or last week. Just let them know that you're still thinking about them, that you still love them, even if it was a rough one. build that relationship back up and be that bigger person.
Right, because like investing time and energy into those relationships, not only those close ones, but maybe community-wide, give that sense of purpose that we were talking about earlier.
Absolutely.
Awesome. What do we have next?
Exercise and health. This morning I woke up and I did a 1.5 mile walk, run type of thing. So, just that ability to get up and start the day, filling out my steps on my watch and knowing that, hey, I did something to take better care of myself. Exercise is huge.
Huge. And nutrition as well.
Yes, absolutely.
A healthy diet, not as much caffeine or healthier caffeine. Obviously, drugs, alcohol, those kinds of things are going to help with a healthier diet. But taking in those vegetables, those fruits, it really does help.
Absolutely. And especially after, last Tuesday being Halloween, try not to eat every single bit of candy. Take a day off here and there. But still enjoy it. Everything in moderation. You don't want to go gung-ho unless you're absolutely ready to. But again, it helps to get into that mindset. Yesterday, I didn't have a single piece of candy, and part of that was just helping my mind get ready for it. And seeing the lollipops in the phone room, and knowing that they were there and staying away from them. Really, by the end of the day, I was like, wow, I can do it. It was fantastic.
Yeah, I didn't have that much luck. Chocolate is my weakness, but I'm trying.
Yes.
Instead of 10 pieces, maybe like 2.
Yes, exactly. Everything in moderation.
So we have relationships.
Yes.
Number 1 for an awesome well-being. We got exercise and healthy diet. What else do we have?
Developing gratitude. Just being thankful for the small things. Being thankful for the beautiful blue skies and being thankful for a job, being thankful for your health, being thankful for your family, being thankful for the small things, being grateful that somebody held the door open for you.
I love that. And possibly an awesome idea that we were mentioning earlier is writing this stuff down in a journal. And they say, when you go to bed, read those things, and when you wake up in the morning, read them again, so your mind is already there. You're going to bed with gratitude, you're waking up with gratitude, it sets the tone for your day.
Absolutely.
Is that true?
Absolutely, yeah. Going back to that positive self-talk, to really boost yourself up.
What else do we have, James?
Identify your strengths and use them regularly. So if you know that you're a procrastinator, try not to procrastinate, because that's not really a strength, but a better strength might be knowing that you work really well in those situations. Maybe put yourself in the mindset that, even though this report is not due until next week, put yourself into that crunch period and say, hey, it's due tomorrow. I really need to get it done. You'll have that sense of accomplishment that, 1, you didn't procrastinate till the very last minute, and 2, that you're going to do your job really well.
Yeah, absolutely. And we can also do artistic stuff, musical stuff, relationships with others, at your work. If those are your strengths, use them not only for your positive self-help, but also to help other people and contribute in that way is also a sense of purpose.
Absolutely.
Awesome. All right, what's next?
Number 5, make some contribution to the community. Kind of what we've been talking about throughout this whole time is giving back and being a part of your community, having that sense of worth of, giving back in some small way.
Absolutely. Contribution to your community is key. The sense of purpose, meaning, being involved, increasing the social well-being. Absolutely. And if you guys, again, are wondering, how in the world can I do this? It can be time, so volunteering, your talents. I just was listening to a girl singing at a children's hospital. Beautiful singer. She gave her time and talent in that way. Or, treasures. If you guys have the ability to give in dollars, do it. There are so many charities and nonprofits out there that could use these monies.
Absolutely.
To further your mission and your sense of purpose. It all ties together. And this week is actually, there's a luncheon, the philanthropic people in town. There's awards going out for those people who do give up their time, talent, and treasure on a high level. So we're going to be at that. I'm very excited.
Absolutely. It's going to be a wonderful event.
To honor those people because they give so much.
Absolutely.
Very cool. And then also, Giving Tuesday. Let's wrap this up. James just talked about those 5 things to enhance mental health. Please listen through them if you are just tuning in. And comment below. Let us know what you guys do to improve your mental health. But it's Giving Tuesday.
Yes,
What
Giving
is that?
Tuesday. Giving Tuesday comes up the Tuesday after Thanksgiving. So after you've had your delicious Thanksgiving meals and hopefully not spent everything on Black Friday or Cyber Monday, Giving Tuesday is a great way to give back to your community. So nonprofits throughout the community, throughout the United States, really, have this opportunity where you can give back to them and help support their mission. So, of course, we would love for you to consider giving to 211 Big Bend so that we can continue our mission of helping those who need help every single day.
I love that. Very cool. So tune in because we're going to have a lot of fun stuff happening this week as far as giving. And we want you guys to participate and let us know how you give of your time, talent, or treasure. And we appreciate everybody out there who does. You guys rock this world and make it more positive.
Absolutely.
Thank you, James.
Rock on.
Absolutely. Have a good week, everybody.
Bye.
With help comes
Hope.
hope.